Welcome back to the series of tutorials of CircuitPro on its 2.5D mode. Today we're going to talk about the machining process. On the previous tutorial we learned how to transform our CAD files into the toolpaths. We can see all of them on the machining view, but also on the toolpaths tab on the left panel. Clicking on any of these toolpaths will actually create a selection. But let's go back to the processing tab. Next thing we have to do is make sure we have all the required tools. For that we go to the edit menu and click on Tool Magazine. The pop-up window will show us all the required tools for this task, and will show us also if there are any missing. Whenever we have to install a new tool, it's a very simple process. The holder of the tool consists of two clips. First we have to enter the lower one and then the top one, so that the ring stays in between of them. Once the tool has been installed, we need to close the cover, and then we need to tell the machine in which slot did we install the tool by selecting it from the drop-down menu. Now we can see that all the required tools are installed, so we can close this pop-up window. Now everything is ready, so we'll start cutting. To do that, we will work with the production wizard. To start it, we go to Wizards and select Board Production Wizard, but we can also find a direct icon on the toolbar. The Board Production Wizard will guide us throughout the whole process. We just have to follow its steps. The first step consists of mounting the material on the vacuum table. We use some tape to affix it so that it doesn't move when the machining process is taking place. Once we're done, we have to close the cover and click on Start to go to the next step. The next step is the material placement, which consists of telling the machine where exactly is our substrate. To do that, we need to find the bottom left and the top right corners with the help of the built-in camera. So I'm gonna go ahead and move this pop-up window to a place where it doesn't bother us. CircuitPro automatically places the toolpaths on the bottom left corner of the machining area, as you can see in the machining view. Now we need to move the machine's head to the actual position of our substrate. There are two ways to do this. The first one is to click anywhere on the machining area. If the mouse cursor button is activated, the machine's head will directly go there. A more precise way to move is by using the XY positioning panel. In this way, I'm gonna place the center of the camera over the edge of the substrate. Since my substrate is transparent, I've drawn with a marker an X on each corner to make it easier for the autofocus process. Once the edge of the substrate is aligned with the yellow lines of the camera, we need to get back to the pop-up window and click on the button corresponding to the bottom left corner. Automatically, we are prompted to go to the opposite corner, where we have to repeat the same process. Finally, we have to teach the machine the Z position of our substrate. By default, this test is carried out in the center of the substrate. However, it can't be performed automatically with the camera, so it's necessary to switch to the milling head and then click on the surface level button to start adjusting the material height. We just need to follow the instructions provided by the wizard, which consists of lowering the machine's head until a sheet of paper is stuck between that and the substrate. Like in the previous step, we use the processing panel, but in this case, the Z positioning arrows instead of the XY arrows. Once we've found the Z position of our substrate, we can click on OK and Continue to follow the board production wizard. Before the machine starts processing the substrate, We also have the option of saving the project. And that was it. Now the machine will automatically process your substrate. Once the processing is finished, your substrate is ready and you can close the board production wizard. Thanks for watching.